Okay. All right. Let's go there, baby. And let us see what's going on, baby. There we go. There we go. We can minimize that. And we can do this first. Oh boy. Let's pop out the chat, boys. There we go. There we go. And I think we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Okay. A premonition indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, baby. We can now finally begin what we shall. Maybe it's too much gain. Maybe this is fine. You guys will let me know if the audio is good or not. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Let's take care of the intro, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Skits Tony live stream. My name is Skits, but you might also know me as the most handsome, the most charismatic, the most mentally unhinged, the most lovable, down to earth, sexy human beings, content creators, YouTubers, live streams, beat makers. Sometimes they call me Mozart, and sometimes they call me clinically insane. And here we are in front of what could potentially give us PTSD in the future. We are playing old school RuneScape and we are grinding agility. You might realize there's something different about what my levels are, because if you're looking at my levels, I'm level 84, baby, and we have breached. We have passed 3 mil XP. Gotta give a clap. Clap, clap, clap. 3 million XP. I'd say that there's 12 million and some change XP to go. But you know how it is. You know how we do. I shouldn't even be here. I should be resting. And boy, oh boy, am I going to get a beating from Mrs. Skits when she comes home. Because if she sees me streaming, which she will 100% see me stream. So she's going to get home and I'm going to be sitting down here. And it's going to be one of those moments like, you know, when your mom scolds you for doing exactly what she told you not to do. You weren't supposed to eat the chocolate cake in the refrigerator, but you did. You woke up at 5 a.m. and you decided to chow that chocolate cake down. And as you go back to sleep, you forget to clean all the remains of chocolate in your mouth and in your hands. Then as soon as you wake up, you see your mom with her arms crossed. What did I tell you, son? To not eat the chocolate cake, Mom. And what the fuck did you do? I ate the chocolate cake, Mom. She whips out a belt. She starts viciously striking you with the belt. That's what's gonna happen to me. She gave me specific instructions to lie in bed and not fuck around. But, you know, RuneScape calls. I gotta step it up, baby. I at least gotta get to level 85 agility. And while we grind, today's gonna be a different day. We're listening to the Chrono Trigger OST. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you. We are also going to be listening to your song requests. If they are in the vein of video game original soundtracks. If they're from any video game you want me to put a song, we shall. So it's no time for Travis Scott, no time for Beethoven, no time for Mozart, no time for us, the original beat makers. It's time to give some video game original soundtrack composers some love and some shine. So yeah, accompany me, ladies and gentlemen, in this episode and this adventure. So yeah, I just told you a little bit about me and a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. And I have absolutely no idea who you might be on the other side of this computer screen, monitor, or whatever device, mobile or not, you might be using to tune into this live stream from. But, you know, I don't really care about the specifics.
Con YouTube
You
Music
might be.
Premium, escuchas sin anuncios,
Got an ad.
sin conexión
F me,
y en
bro.
segundo plano.
Can you just stop? So, yeah, I don't care about the specifics. You could be European, you could be African, you could be Asian, you could be American. You could be black, you could be white, you could be rich, you could be poor, you could be a football player, you could be a chess player, you could be a bum. Male, female, young, old. I just hope that you, whoever is watching me right now, if there's somebody watching me, I just hope that you, no matter who you are and where you're from, or where you are right now currently, I just hope you're in your happy, safe, and cozy place. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I was going to attack a man I did not want to attack. Jesus. Dog, climb the wall. I don't want to fight this guy, man. Take it easy, buddy. So yeah, level 84. We got to 84 and some change yesterday night as I was playing RuneScape on my phone. This game is also available on mobile. So I was doing just that. Got to level 84. Pushed for 3 million. And, you know, in retrospect, we don't have that much to grind. I mean, it's 273 laps, it says. You know? $272 laps now. And I think we're going to take a break. When we get to level 85, there will be a break. There will be a break. I'm holding on to a lamp. I think I'm going to use the lamp. I'm going to use the lamp and get some agility. Or some prayer. No, it's going to be agility. 840 agility XP, baby. What's up? A genie came, I don't know if it was a genie or if it was like a mysterious old man Who gave me that lamp? I can't remember. I also have a... this guy, I don't know if he died or if he just dropped like 1,000 runes or something. But this guy dropped 1,878 runes out of nowhere. I was like, I'm gonna pick that shit up in the agility course. Oh, and he also dropped 3,762 air runes. Oh my god. I made... Dude, that was such a gamble. I did not realize I had that many air runes, so I did pick them up. I thought they disappeared. And my G finally here before Mark. It is the absolute... one of the most amazing people in the entire planet and in the entire YouTube landscape. It is my homie, the Creative G, or the G Creative. How are you doing today, my sir? Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. We are indeed grinding agility, and we are listening to the old school Chrono Trigger. The fuck was I gonna say? The Chrono Trigger original soundtrack. We are on track 6 right now. I do believe it's in order. One of the most goated OSTs of all video game, in my opinion. And we're also going to taking song requests in the form, if you want me to listen to, I don't know, the Halo soundtrack, the Pokemon soundtrack, the Super Mario soundtrack, if you want me to listen to anything that is in a video game in the format of music, I'm taking in requests, alright? So, Taylor Swift, gonna wait. Lil Baby, gonna wait. Linkin Park, gotta wait. Even Beethoven, gotta wait. But if it's the Pokemon Blue soundtrack, let's go, baby. And yeah, we have been, we've already been live for 12 minutes, it says. I'm fucking with the Chrono Trigger OSC so far. All right, man, me too. I could listen to this all day, pretty much. God damn. It's one of the best OSTs there is out there, man. It's cracked. Let me tell you that. And wow, you know, I kind of feel like the soundtrack that we're listening to right now. Very fun, very happy, laid back, just chilling. What agility level am I at? 84, my man. 84, and we're like maybe 1/3 away from 85. So yeah, this is the fair music, right? Cordia Millennial Fair, yeah. I'm a genius. I'm too smart. Who's spamming those emojis in the chat right now? I'm gonna have to spam that too. Whoever that is. Is it Creative? Is it Peter Parker? Is it Lil Skype? I don't know. Could be anybody. But feeling very good today, guys. So, you know, if I could literally have like Goku's instant transmission ability, you know, the one where he puts his 2 fingers here on his forehead and he just teleports wherever he wants to, anywhere in the universe, I would do that, and I would give you a big hug, man. The biggest hug you've ever probably gotten in your life. What the hell is this guy doing? Apotheosis 44? The hell is Apotheosis 44 doing in Relica, man? What the fuck is going on? This is Daddy's turf right now. Papa. I think there's only one other person doing the course besides me, and that's exactly the way that I want to keep it. I don't even know in what world I am right now, but stay away from the agility course. It's only Papa Skids who has the floor right now. I need everybody else in RuneScape to be leveling something else except this, alright? You must have had some chicken Alfredo today. Well, I don't know if you practice telepathy or telekinesis or, you know, Got one of these like superhero or super anime abilities. I did eat a chicken Alfredo today, my man. And it was bussin'. God dang! Was that chicken Alfredo good, bro? Holy Lord.
Puedes encontrar la
But I kind of woke up super late today.
Pero en la app de YouTube Music
There was no
encontrarás
internet
este
in the
remix
morning.
punk muy raro de Padam Padam, o el
And
remix
am I
disco
hearing the
punk,
Chrono
o el
Trigger
remix
music?
punk.
Yes, you are, man. We are. We're doing a twist today. You see, we might be playing old school RuneScape, you sexy mad lad, by the name of Mark. One of the sexiest Canadians ever in the history of Canadians. You know, some people might say Drake is sexy or Justin Bieber is sexy. If you'd ask me, I'd say Justin's sexier than Drake. Pause. But Mark, you gotta see. This man has an ability that only in anime you see. The second this man joins voice chat in Discord and he says, "Come to Papa," baby oil starts dripping from the ceiling, clothes are magically taken off, and you know what time it is. It's sexy time. So we are here playing old school RuneScape, but we're listening to original soundtracks from video games, and I'm taking any request from any video game, any soundtrack you guys want to listen to. We shall listen to it together. And I see, another legendary stream of parkour. Yep, my G Axel, my G Mark, and I'm looking at the Seraphim of Peru right now. The legendary Seraphim. No other Seraphim exists more legendary than Axel, baby. Welcome back, my G's. And welcome back, Mark, the sexy, sexy Canadian demon. Sending you guys a big hug. I gotta like everything here, too, you know? I don't know. Oh, there's somebody else running agility. Oh, my God. Mr. Cancito? What the fuck? And he's huge, dicks. This man has level 117. God damn. Guys, look at that shit. His name is in red. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm kind of pissed. Level 117? Jesus Christ. And I could listen to Chrono Trigger soundtrack for hours and morning. Yeah, I agree. This game's soundtrack is absolutely legendary, man. Nostalgia time indeed. What the fuck am I doing? Jesus. What the hell is that Xbox thing? We gotta take this out of the unpin right here. You don't need that. What the hell is going on? Got a bunch of stuff we need to unpin. So did y'all have any dreams this morning? Nah, man. I mean, I woke up at like 12 p.m. or something. There was no internet since like 7 a.m. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sleep in. And I'm still resting, you know, from my ribs. So the internet got back at like 11:45. What the hell am I gonna do for 15 minutes before heading to lunch? So I just went to go eat a chicken Alfredo, and I did not dream. I did not have a dream. Did you guys have dreams? Because this time around I didn't. I went to sleep like at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. maybe. I was leveling up agility and I was listening to like some sort of story time video of Attack on Titan. And I was pretty entertained, not gonna lie. The video was insane, bro. What the fuck, man? Did you guys see the sword that guy had? Holy jabroni, man. And I dreamed a sexy girl had 6 grams of coke, and we went at business. Wow. What a beautiful dream, man. Amen. That is great. Or at the very least, very fun. Oh yeah, snip that right out of the booty cheeks. Or the booty crack. Nah, man, you know what? I think in terms of crazy dreams, let's talk about that, right? What are the craziest, or what's like the most vivid dream you remember? Right? It doesn't necessarily have to be crazy. This is one of my favorites here. Gotta love this one. Secret of the Forest. Let's go, baby. And one of the most vivid dreams I remember, it wasn't like super crazy or anything. And it was like a lucid dream, because I think I remember being awake within the dream and recognizing that it was a dream. But imagine you were like inside of a train, a modern one, right? Like a magnet train or like a subway. Not like an old school, you know, train blowing out smoke and shit. It was like a modern train. And I remember clearly I was like sitting down looking like towards the outside, and I could see space, like space as in outer space. It was just like a veil of black that was covered with like stars and planets, but mostly stars. You couldn't really distinguish any like nearby planet. And I was sitting down looking like, you know, I was here. I could see the other set of stairs or chairs or benches of the train, and I could see the window like right there. And I was just seeing space. And I was hearing something in the vein of like Nujabes. But it wasn't really Nujabes. It wasn't like a song of his. It was something that I was making up, I guess. And I remember that I was just looking like pretty marveled, like, wow, this looks pretty amazing. Like, I was just looking at the space, right? And then I realized that I was like the only person in that wagon of the train. And then I recognized that I was alone. And then I felt sad. I felt like empty. And then I stood up. I went to one end of the wagon. I peeked through the window, and nobody was there. There was an empty wagon in front. And then I went to the other side, and I saw the back wagon, and it was also empty. And then it's like, am I the only person in this train? And I tried to open the wagon doors, and I couldn't. I realized I was trapped, and instead of like panicking, I just sat down again, exactly where I was sitting before. And then the music was kind of accompanying me. And then I was like, you know, I think I don't have to get sad. The music is pretty bussy. And then, yeah, man, I was there looking at space, riding on a train. Riding on a train in space. Then I woke up and I was like, what the, you know? The craziest dream I had, I woke up like 4 times inside another dream. Ooh. I dream journal often, and my craziest dream was a lucid dream of interacting with my guardian angel. Ooh. It was the most beautiful and realistic dream I ever had. Amazing. And you gotta bring that dream music to reality, G. You see, I'd be lying if I tell you I remember exactly what I was listening to. Like, it sounded like certain things I could kind of point towards, but I think that song is just, either buried in the dream or completely lost. And I'd have to, like, you know, imagine there was like a device or like technology that you could, like, I don't know, you put on some like dream glasses and it's like, let's take a look at all the dreams you've ever had. And boop. Imagine you could do that. That'd be pretty baller, bro. But yeah, in emojis you pretty much described everything. Like that was it. Maybe add like a happy face and then like a sad face and then a happy face again. Battle music time, baby. Time to kill some hoes. Time to kill some hoes. In the form of agility courses. Esta leyenda. Papá, la leyenda eres tú, el máximo. El suramericano más grande. The biggest South American in the world. His name is Axel, ladies and gentlemen. He's right here with us. Now that soundtrack just before this was having, yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. The Chrono Trigger soundtrack doesn't have misses, man. Shit is legendary. We might as well rewind that one for you because what the fuck is this? There's a 1 hour clean pop songs playlist? You gotta be fucking kidding me. We'll put Secret of the Forest too. An honorable mention to the dream. I was in space in front of a mirror asking, what am I? Why am I? Damn. That's pretty profound. That's pretty profound, my G. God dang. 3.258? This is insane. Well, why are you? Yeah. Socratic questions. Aristotelic dialogues. Platonic introspections. It's also Yoda, you know? Yoda was kind of like a Greek philosopher. But he was like high all the time. You know, Yoda in Star Wars had to smoke some dank weed, baby. Jesus. Let me also turn down the gain a little bit. If you guys need my voice to be higher, tell me. Just let me know. You know that Wiz Khalifa sampled this in one of his songs? It was like a Wiz Khalifa Chrono Trigger beat somewhere. Music is just slightly loud? Okay. Like that? Is that better? Is that better? Why am I is technically two persons making a baby? But the philosophical side, I don't have the answer. Ooh, baby. Dude, yeah, the Chrono Trigger fucking music is goated, man. Checking out the bass line here, bro. Dude. I do this every day. I remember Wiz. I can't remember the name of the song, but I think it's in his Taylor Alderdice mixtape. We might have to listen to it. do it justice with my mouth. What else? What other dreams can I say? Crazy dreams that I remember. You know, I think I have to dream journal, man. I've always kind of wanted to. You know, dream journaling sounds like a lot of... Word wouldn't be fun, but it's like very key. I think it's also very instrumental in your development as a human being. I think dreams are very important. I think dreams are trying to tell you something. And it's very abstract sometimes, you know? Journal in your notes app right in the morning. It'll make you remember more dreams. Yeah. I think I am gonna do that, my man. Sounds like a beautiful idea. And I agree, bro. Dreams are highly symbolic and packed with information. Yeah. I think if we would understand them, or understand what they're trying to convey, what they're trying to tell us, I think you would map your road towards perhaps knowing yourself more or understanding yourself. Like the acceleration of you, I think that's part of the reason why we're alive, right? Like, we must ask ourselves, I think a human being is very purpose-driven. If you don't really have purpose, then you don't really have anything. So when we understand, like, why we're alive, right? And why we want the things that we want, or we want to do the things that we do, I think that's when you really, that's like a step closer in the direction of truly living, right? And I think it's really important for a person to know exactly why you're here and what is, like, you know, what's your mission, what's your goal. And we all have one, right? Many at the same time. We all have many things, and some of them I think we all share, right? I think empathy is part of it, and I think love is also part of it. And Freddy Krueger stabbing me at like 5 years old is still a trauma? That's pretty tough, man. That's why I think there are labels in movies, right? You shouldn't be seeing this if you're a child. Some horror movies are just visceral, man. You know, when you analyze them as an adult, it's like, you know, it's just like one form of entertainment. But like when you're a kid, these things can literally turn into demons and traumatic experiences, like Mark. Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't know why that... How is that there? And why is that there? What the fuck is going on? What is Wait a second. Wait. There's like a playlist, a better one. Yeah, it doesn't have that pop music bullshit. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There was like a playlist interpolated 4 times. Someone's trying to do some self-promo. Or yeah, maybe they're trying to make some money or get some clicks with a playlist. But yeah, what the fuck? So, yeah, man, dreams. Dreams are definitely trying to tell us something, right? I remember I also had, like, a dream. It was also a very short one. And it was, like, somewhat... I can't remember if it was when I was, like, beginning my journey as a Christian. Or if I... Like, I remember one day I was having, like, maybe, like, a connection with God. Or a connection to just the spiritual version of myself. And, bro, I went to sleep. And the second I started sleeping, my homie Urban DX, my G, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the chat, my man. Sup, my G, he asks. Well, I'm playing old school RuneScape, doing an agility course, and we're also listening to the goated Chrono Trigger OST. One of the best video game soundtracks, in my opinion. And here we are, leveling up agility and talking with the boys, Creative and Mark, and Axel as well. So in Nepal, it was chaos like Ken Carson? Pretty much, man. Or so I see or hear. So, yeah, so I went to sleep after having, like, some sort of spiritual connection, I think. And then when I went to sleep, I immediately, like, started dreaming that, like, in very, like, imagine a frame, right? A frame. I couldn't move. It was just this frame that I was seeing. And the background was green. And there was, like, a branch. And coiled in that branch was a snake. And it looked like a venomous snake. Because venomous snakes have very triangular heads. Snakes that are not venomous, like pythons or boas, they are like more squared shaped faces, you know? But a venomous snake has a very triangular face. And this snake, I'm afraid of snakes genuinely, but this snake looked like a boss or something in like a Zelda game or in like a God of War game or a, you know. And the snake would change color. The snake it was like a very brightly colored snake. Like bright blues and bright oranges and yellows and reds and oranges and greens. Like the homie was changing colors very quickly. And he was looking right at me. And he was like getting like in position to strike. And I can't tell you how scared I was, man. And the thing would like open its fucking mouth. You could see its fangs and its eyes kept like getting bigger. And the snake would get bigger too. And then at one point the snake goes for a strike and I wake up. And I swear I thought it was like Satan. I think it was like Satan, like saying, don't you dare start reading the Bible, boy, or don't you dare like get closer to God. Because the irony is, when you decide to follow the steps of Jesus, or when you want to have a relationship with God, Satan starts to pull you, right? And let's say if you already made like a pact with Satan, if you choose to be an evil person, then the good side starts like pulling you in. So no matter what side you pick, the opposite side will try to pull, right? You're actually nuts for going for 99 agility. What's up, baby? What's up, baby? I see my homie Xander. One of the goats in old school RuneScape. One of the most beautiful, sexy human beings alive. Probably my godfather in old school RuneScape. The plug. part of the reason why I'm also addicted, man, is because this man gave me, as they would say in The Godfather, an offer you cannot refuse. Giving a bond, giving 10 million gold, giving just like the set of sets to just like start out the game while he's lighting a cigar, you know, in like a room with air conditioning, and he's like, you don't have to give me anything except happiness. It's like, dude, that's like an anime moment, man. Damn. So God bless my G Xander, and I might be insane for going for I know I am, man. That's why I'm a YouTuber, you know. That's why nobody signs up for this shit. You know, maybe everybody wants to be like Mr. Beast. A lot of people want to be YouTubers for the money and the clout. But Skits is on a different mission, man. Skits wants to document my path, my journey of being a better human being, and I just want to make friends along the way. I want to meet people. I love streaming. I don't give a shit if I get paid or not. I mean, would it be nice? Of course. I'm not gonna lie. And would it be nice to live off of this? But you're still gonna see me for at least a good 15 years. Y'all ain't gonna get rid of me that easy, baby. And you know, I love making videos. I just love streaming. I just do it for fun, man. Boss battle. Oh shit, man. So, do you know Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva, who is he? I have no idea who he is. I know Shiva as a summon in Final Fantasy, and I know Shiva's also like a deity in like a Buddhist or Indian religion. And there's only grass snakes in Quebec here. Hopefully it's the right translation. This thing was a vicious, poisonous snake in the form of Satan. And yeah, boss fight with the roofs. Totally, man. But these are eternal bosses that will take months to defeat, or weeks. I don't know, man. I got the 3 mil XP though, baby. 3 million! And dude, we've already made, I think we've made like easily like 5 million gold just doing this shit. Selling Marks of Grace. God damn. You want to see how much gold I got right now? In Marks? 1.6 million, baby. Dude. One time I had like, was it 600 Marks of Grace? Or 500? We went to the agility vendor of Grace in Berthorpe. Gave me some of those agility crystals. Boom! Stop selling. I got to, man. You know, I got to, man.
Con YouTube Music Premium, escucha
Shut
música sin
up.
anuncios donde sea. Prueba un mes sin costo.
Okay, good. Frog Steam, let's go, baby. So, yeah, you know, I also made a YouTube video, guys, you know, to answer Xander's question. Why are we doing this? Why getting 99 agility is my first goal in old school RuneScape? You see that video, man? Self-explanatory. It makes for content. You know, I'm able to explore the world better. I'm not going to be one of these guys who makes like an Iron Man account or nothing. And guys, you know, if you have a fucking mad lad goal, that's what I forgot to say in the YouTube video. If you guys have a goal right now, right? If you have to do something that takes time, something that takes hours and hours, I can keep you company, right? You're going to see me click the roof pretty much. You might even start reading a book. If you want to listen to a podcast, if you want to study, or if you just feel lonely and you want company, I'm going to be here, bro. I'm going to keep you company. I'll keep you company. And if you also have to do something insane in like a video game, and it takes hours and hours and hours, I'm gonna be here for you, man. All right? I'm gonna be here. So yeah, man, what's funny is, like, there's always a 24-hour long battle a day between good and evil, right? So it's like when you, like, dude, in Star Wars, right? Star Wars, Luke decides to become a Jedi, right? He starts studying the Force, and every time, every time he's like, he has an encounter with his father, with Darth Vader, he's there, or anybody, right? It's always like, but you can choose the dark side of the Force. You can, if you harness the power of the dark side of the Force. So Palpatine is like Satan, bro. So when you make the choice, when you actively make the choice to be a good person, then every agent of evil is trying to recruit you to the other side. So it's like, let's say doing, playing old school RUNESCAPE in a hypothetical is good, right? You're doing something good. So the agent is going to, disguise himself as a beautiful bitch, somebody that you like, because evil knows how to disguise itself. Satan is very intelligent, man. So he disguises himself as the most beautiful thing, and it's like, playing old school RUNESCAPE is good and all, but what if you, like, do cocaine, right? And they start trying to sell you something that's inherently bad, but they make it seem so good, and then at one point you're just like, fuck, man, yeah, let's do cocaine, Like, if you're telling me old school RUNESCAPE is good, and I know it's good, but you're telling me that cocaine is better, like, why don't we try that shit out? And it's a trap, bro. It's a trap. I've been alive for 36 years. I can identify these things. And we live in, like, a climate where good is evil and evil is good. Like, when you talk about good things, like, we live in such a distorted society that it's like, nah, man, what you're suggesting is actually pretty bad. Oh, man. It reminds me of the exchange of a donut for Homer's soul in The Simpsons. Yeah, man, let me tell you, bro. It's... Well, I don't know about that specifically, because I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen the exchange of a donut for Homer's soul. But I can tell you, man, evil is disguised as good. And I myself have fallen in the trap hundreds, if not thousands of times. And the number one trap that I've fallen into is addiction. That's like the most, that's like the most concrete and simple example I can tell you, right? And what if the Bible is evil disguised as good? That would be some, like, huge, like, meta moment, maybe, like a gotcha. Like, that would have to be like the plot of an anime, and it would kind of make sense. But the Bible talks a lot about love, and love cannot be evil. Love is not evil at all. If it's a distortion of love, then it's not love. the Bible is basically the history of God, or the story of God as a protagonist, and him telling you what is good and what is bad, right? I mean, yeah, I've already read the Bible like twice or 3 times. I pretty much read it every day. And it's a manual, bro. It's like a manual to get closer to God, and it's like, how am I a good person? Like, how to be a good person? So, I think if God was loving, he wouldn't tell his creation how to act. No. He tells you the blueprint of what to do and what is good. But he's never forcing you to do anything. You have free will. And when you analyze what free will is, it's the biggest manifestation of what God's love has for you. Because God wouldn't force you to choose him or to love him. You can choose the other one. You can choose Satan. You can choose the pleasures of, man. You can choose liquor, drugs, bitches, gambling. Like indulging in sexual degeneracy. You can choose how to lead and live your life. That is love. If the Creator gave you that, you're not forced to believe in God. It's a choice. You choose. And, well, Adam and Eve made him punish humanity forever, according to the Bible. Yeah. I mean, they were given explicit instructions. Never eat from this tree. And if you eat from this tree, there's going to be a before and after. And they got tempted. Eve got tempted by Satan. And they did not follow clear instructions. Like, dude, if you have children, right? Or if you're given some sort of responsibility over a human being, and it's like you tell them, bro, look, there's all these balls. There's a blue ball, a green ball, a red ball. There's balls of every color. But you get the pink ball. And you're like, dude, if you eat this ball, if you do anything to this pink ball here, there are going to be before and after consequences. And you say, yeah, okay. You're given the instruction, don't touch this fucking ball. And you will do exactly that. How do you think you're going to react? Right? Like, for example, Mark, you have a PlayStation 5. You tell your kid, you tell your little brother, your cousin, your friend, you can do anything in my house, but please don't destroy this PlayStation 5. And that's the first thing that you do. You just grab a fucking bat and you start beating the PlayStation 5 to death. How the fuck are you going to feel? And it wasn't on a whim, bro. It wasn't on a whim. There were clear instructions. It's like, dude, everything is good. You could do, touch, you could just do anything. But don't grab the fruit or eat it from this tree. And yeah. So yeah. That's part of the story. And I mean, at this point, my G's, I am a Christian, but even if I have like a duty to evangelize, right, and to spread the gospel, one, like I can understand if you don't believe in God or if you believe in whatever it is that you believe in, and I'm not going to like you more or like you less, or respect you more or respect you less. That's the thing of, like, I know sometimes when you get all like super preachy about certain things, you kind of drive a person away from that. And again, like, I think personally a lot of religions are pretty cool, and I think anything that inherently is teaching you how to be a better person, and anything that is like written in the blueprint of love, I think that leads you to God, right? And that's great. And if you don't believe in anything, that's cool too. But going back into like the traps, right? Like evil disguised as good. Like, guys, you know I am like not a drug addict, but definitely an ex-drug addict, right? And I can't tell you how many times I fell in the trap that it's like, yeah, let me just do, like, let me just smoke one joint. Let me just have one puff, baby. Or like a beautiful woman. I just ended up in a bar for no reason other than the fact that maybe unconsciously I just wanted to get super fucking drunk, or subconsciously. And it's like the first, you know, you're like, I just want to go to somewhere fun. I'm tired of being in my room, being depressed. Let me go out. And I love the nightlife. You know, as a drug addict, you know, there's nothing more fun than to go out at night and partying and, you know, getting to meet women, or, you know, flirting with women and drinking and, you know, or doing drugs. Like, I was all for that, bro. And you guys have no idea how many times I was like, you know, one is not going to do anything. If I have a beer, it's not going to hurt me, right? Or if I have like a joint, it's not going to do anything. And then a hot-ass woman or a good-looking guy, you know, with a bunch of bitches and whatnot, they'd be echoing that. Yeah, man, just drink one. It's not gonna do anything, man. Have fun with us. You're boring if you don't have a beer. You're boring if you don't have a whiff of this joint. You're boring as hell if you don't have like a whiff of this line of cocaine. And bro, I bit the needle. I bit I bit the hook, man. And I ended up drinking one beer, or I ended up smoking one joint, or I ended up doing one line of cocaine. But then 1 became 2, 2 became 3, 3 became 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I was high, I was drunk, I was with people that, you know, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I was just fucked, man, at one point. And there was no way out at one point. You were like perma-looped into the cycle of rinse and repeat. One more line, one more drink, one more line, one more drink, one more joint. And then I would feel just defeated, broken, empty. I would feel like, man, I can't believe this shit. And then the cycle would repeat itself again. And seeing the sunset before going to sleep is not something I miss. The sunrise. Yeah, I mean, waking up to the sunrise is pretty good, but definitely going to sleep after is like, well, you got a pretty fucked up sleep schedule, buddy, you know? I can relate to that. Dude, in my 20s, boys, I went to I tried to do a speedrun challenge, you know? It was either like I want to die as quickly as possible speedrun, or let me do as many drugs, like the amount. Let me consume the craziest and largest portion of drugs imaginable and see if I'm not gonna die or end up in like a mental institution, in a psychiatric ward, in jail or prison, or even dead. You know, God loves me, man. Or somebody in you know, if it's not God, then it's my guardian angel, Jesus. There's somebody out there looking out for me, for sure, man. Because I should definitely not be here. I should, look, if I would have reacted this in a millisecond, or if God wasn't out there actively protecting me, I would be dead. I would be dead. I think I told you guys once about like the story where my car hydroplaned. I was going a little bit quicker, and then this garbage truck and I were just, dude, it's mathematically like kind of impossible to survive a collision with a truck. The truck is literally going at you. You're going at like 70 kilometers an hour. The truck's also going at 70. Boom! It nosedived onto me. That's just one, right? And this music is perfect to also start talking about this. Guys, at one point where I was like literally an alcoholic, I drank every single day. Dude, like, you know, somebody in the chat is also going through something like this. Perhaps not as severe, but I was actively drinking to like endgame myself, you know, or to like look for a thrill, chase the thrill of being drunk and doing stupid shit. And one of the things that I did was drink, get fucked up, and drive. You know, I would go pick girls up, or I would go sometimes state to state. I would go to a different state to chase females under the influence. And Brett, look, I have absolutely no idea how I didn't even crash or just get in an accident. Because when I'm telling you, I drove hundreds of times under the influence, and it wasn't like I'm mildly tipsy or I'm tipsy. No, I was obliterated, bro. And in my mind, I was like, well, I need pussy. I need to go party. I need to, you know, I was kind of like a demon back in the day. I really liked, you know, the game, like picking up a girl and like, you know, flirting, and then, you know, sealing the deal, going to bed and having sex and shit. I was like kind of addicted to that. And bro, I'm telling you guys, sometimes I had to drive 2 hours plus. I had 20 beers in the passenger seat of the car, of the Toyota Yaris I showed you guys. And nothing ever happened to me, when literally hundreds of times I could have endgamed myself or endgamed some other person. Like, that has to be up there with like the dumbest things I've ever done in my life. Drinking and driving. And again, it's not being mildly tipsy or, yeah, I feel a buzz after 4 or 5 beers. No, I'm talking like 15, 16 beers deep, or like half a bottle of vodka deep, 3/4 of a gin bottle deep, and going in, like, you know? It's like when I got the text, or when I got the call, like, pick me up, baby, I just want to have fun. Let's fucking go. I would get gas and I would just drive out of state. Yeah. Dude. Believe me, one of the most insane things that happened to me was, like, I was on the highway, you know, driving state to state, from one state to another. And, well, you basically have to take this, like, endless highway. And, dude, I was going like 120, 130 kilometers. I drove that Yaris like a motherfucking bullet, bro. And at one point, it started to heavily rain. And there was like a part of the highway where the road goes a little bit like, you know, there's like a kind of like a vert shape. Like a skate park vert, you know? Like, you know, like. And the vert was full of water. Dude, and when I get there, at 120, 130 kilometers, I just nosedive into like this lagoon. And I went from like 120, 130 to 0. I just went like this. Boom! And I hit myself so hard with the steering wheel, I passed out. Like, I just went, boom, knocked myself out. And I was out for like 7 to 10 minutes. And then I had this guy behind me. I could see the fucking lights. And he must have thought I was dead or something. And then he starts knocking on my window. He's like, "Are you okay, man? What the fuck are you doing here? It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. You're passed out. Like, what? Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, you know, I think I collided with the lagoon." And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, it's terrible weather to be driving here right now. Like, go slower, man. If you were speeding, like, go slower. You're gonna die." I was like, "Okay, man." He left, and then I opened a beer. Dude. Not good. And I once took like 4 speed pills and chugging vodka. That must be insane. And oh my god, let me see. Yeah, my wife is pissed. She knows I'm live streaming right now when I shouldn't be. She just sent me a text message. She's like, "I'm gonna tie you up." We're fucked, boys. I don't know, man. Whenever my wife comes home, you're looking at a dead man, boys. Ah, man. Well. Yeah, I think I should not be sitting down. This is not good. You know, my ribs kind of hurt. But come on, man. I can't be a person not doing anything. I don't function like that, man. I hate just being idle. And like just lying in bed. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it and now that I'm feeling the pain in my ribs, it's like I should. I'm stupid, man. I'm an idiot. So and God looked out for you that night. Man, there have been a lot. God, I know God is real, man. I know. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, I have to do something with my life. Because I have been given infinite chances. I have been given infinite chances. It's like in many moments where it's like, yeah, you're dead. You know, you're just... God steps in, or the good force in life, Yoda, the force. And it's like, not today, buddy. You still have something to do. And today won't be your final day. This is maybe where it doesn't end. This is maybe where it all begins. And yeah, like as a ex-drug addict, bro, like I know. You know, you kind of battle with this every single day. And I gotta keep it a buck with you guys. I gotta keep it 100. drugs are fun. Drugs are, you know, it's like being sober is great, but being drunk is cool too. Smoking weed and getting high from that is insane. The high you get from cocaine, the superpowers you get, and the things that drugs do to the brain and how they alter perception, if you ask me, I find it fascinating. The way you, like, when you take an ecstasy, the way ecstasy makes you feel, bro. The way ketamine makes you feel, bro. The way acid makes you feel. The way mushrooms make you feel. Alcohol, cigarettes. If you're telling me cigarettes are not a drug, you gotta get the fuck out of here too. Nicotine is amazing. So, like, I'm not going to be that kind of, like, I refuse to be like the ex-addict who's like, yeah, boys, drugs are bad. They're really not fun. Yeah, the consequences when it starts spiraling out of control, that's hell. But isolate the clusterfuck of an experience, or isolate addiction. Just isolate the high that you get from whatever it is that you're doing. It feels amazing. Like, look, I love drugs. I love them. But I can't do them. Period. Because once I pop, it's not like I cannot stop. I don't want to. I'm like, give me more, baby. It's like, yeah, if you do this, you know, in 1 hour, you're going to be back to normal. Who the hell said I want to be back to normal in an hour? I got 48. Let's get crazy, baby. You know? Let's get fucking crazy. And yeah, man. Yeah. So, and look, many times, even towards these days, as I am a married man and you know, I'm an English teacher, I'm a YouTuber. You guys know that I spend a lot of time here in the computer, live streaming and just showing this or giving this a lot of love. Sometimes when I go out, I get the most blatant invitation to just either go, you know, go for some drinks or go party. And it's funny at this point. Like, you see the hottest babe. Like, I'm talking like fucking beautiful or gorgeous woman. And she looks at you, or she looks at me in this case. She immediately smiles. She takes like a whiff of a cigarette. She starts drinking a beer. And literally, like, the opening line is like, hey, beautiful. And I'm like,
Hay mucho más para disfrutar en
Hey.
YouTube Music Premium. Escucha
Like, what are you
música
doing
sin
tonight?
anuncios y descubre
You
podcasts
fancy a drink
nuevos
with me?
donde y cuando quieras.
And it's
Prueba
like,
uno sin costo.
you know, if I'd be a degenerate, if I wouldn't love my wife, and if I'd be like a complete asshole, I'd obviously say, let's go, bitch. Like, let's go. But I know that is Satan. And I know if that's just like the recipe to destroy what I have right now. And I love what I have. I love my wife. I love my job. I love streaming. I don't need to go on a side quest and cheat on my wife or get drunk or, you know, fuck my life in a snap. That's Satan out there, baby. It's like, nah, man. No, can't do, buddy. So it's always like, final answer. Maybe some other time. Or not today. And that's always the answer. Not today, gorgeous. I'm sorry. I'm married. Can't do that. Or, you know, I already have a glass of wine waiting for me at home. It's not a fucking glass of wine. It's a big-ass bottle of orange juice that we got. And my beautiful wife. Why would I, like, really? Why would I throw it all away? I don't want that. I don't want that. By the way, this song's also fucking making me. Just saying I like it. So if I had a penny every time I was close to a heart attack, I would have like 100. Sheesh. Well, if I'd have a penny every time I could just fuck up my life, I'd probably be a millionaire or something. You know? And really, like, could you say that, like, my life is boring? You know, maybe many people would be like, bruh, this guy's a loser. You know, he's playing old school RuneScape. What the fuck is that? He's a Christian? What the hell is that? He doesn't drink, he doesn't do drugs? What the hell is that? Like, he's teaching English and he's playing video games and hanging out with his wife, and that's all he does? And he has a YouTube channel, and look, he's just playing old school RuneScape in his YouTube channel, and he's listening to music and making bad music, and shut the fuck up, Mr. Market Garden. Stop that. It's like, maybe to an Andrew Tate, my life is meaningless. Maybe to a lot of, like, hustlers out there, or I don't know. Maybe I am a complete loser. You know, everybody's different. Every form of perception is valid. But let me tell you, I do not feel like one, man. I feel great. You know, I'm solid, man. I'm happy. I don't care if I spend 8 hours in front of a computer broadcasting retro games and old school games and listening to music and listening to beats and FL Studio. I'm happy. That gives me joy, man. And spending time with the game, with the boys, and with anybody who wants to chat and just spend time here. That fulfills me. My wife, I love her. She's the best wife. She's the best. She's everything to me, man. And I have a little puppy. You know, I'm a Christian. I go to the gym. I try to be healthy because I want to live long. Not the longest, but longer, sure. So if you do the Kill Us tour, I'm going to be a bad influence, bro. Not sure if a good idea. Baby, don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. If you're going to be a bad influence, then I'm going to cancel that influence, and I'm going to be a good influence on you, baby. Baby. You know? I'm not going to let you... I'm not going to let the ship go into a dark area. I'm not going to let, you know, the G's, you know, fuck up. There's going to be a plan, and that plan will be carried out. There's going to be some side quests, too, and there's going to be some, like, improv. But believe me, man, when I say I'm, you say that, right? I'm going to be a bad influence. I'm going to cancel that with I'm going to be a good influence, man. Because, you know, what I say is bond. What I say is goes. At the end, I'm the one driving the ship. And what do we say in all of our intros and in most of our outros? I just want you to be in your happy, safe, and cozy place. If it has a different narrative, change that shit. My first side quest is a strip bar with snow. So no, that ain't the first side quest you and I are gonna have. The first side quest you and I are gonna have is we're gonna go to a park. We're gonna be holding hands, and that's it. So we can fulfill the bar, you know, going to the park, taking a walk with Mark, and then maybe, you know, for the bit, we're gonna have to record ourselves in like a club or something. It doesn't have to be a strip club. Shut the fuck up. And we have to fulfill the bar of, you know, I'm in the club with some hoes, and I see Mark sucking on some toes. Pause. See? Or it doesn't have to be Mark. It's just me and Mark sucking on some toes. We in the club, we bong with some hoes. You know? We gotta fulfill those prophecies. But I'm not gonna prophesize just like insanity for the bit, maybe, but there's many ways to go about a bit. I don't like toes, you know that, eh, man? And we're gonna have to get a substitute in for you. We're gonna get a Mark decoy, or like a Naruto shadow clone, a Mark shadow clone. He's gonna be sucking a toe for the video, for the bit. But you know what the Killers tour is gonna be is just we're gonna meet up, just do exactly what we do on stream. We're just gonna do it physically, man. We're just gonna hug each other, play video games. We're gonna be able to shake hands, talk in real life, eat good food. That's it. And maybe, you know, rent out a school so that we can play games and shit, or rent out like a gamer cafe or some shit, you know. I could suck something else though. So, you know, when we were talking about, you know, renting out a school, I think that would be pretty fucking cool, man. You know, if you rent like a school for the weekend, we have like Saturday and Sunday. We get to play sports. We get to eat at a cafeteria, good food. We get to enjoy like the computer lab, and they have gamer PCs there, and we can just, yeah, man. That's what it's gonna be about. That's what it's gonna be about, man. I could say something else though. Oh man. So yeah, man. I'm telling you, I think I'm definitely well equipped at my 36 years old to be able to identify like good from evil. And the longer that I live, the more resistant I am to just bullshit, you know? Believe me, guys, in my 20s, I was a weak man. I gave in. I gave in to drugs. I gave in to my own impulses. I gave in to my immaturity. I did not have a plan. And if I had one, was let's self-destruct as quickly as possible and let's end up in a psychiatric ward. That was my mission from 20 to 29. And, well, in my 30s, I kept fucking up. But they were, like, mild fuck-ups in comparison to the things I was doing in my 20s. If 1 is good and 10 is evil, where am I on the scale? You're 1, man. Like, my guy. Okay, I want you to not type for a minute. until I'm done saying what I have to say, okay? About you. And let me tell you something, my G. You already are him. Like him with caps. Like this. You are him. You are a person who can understand, I think, the language of love, man. Why? Well, you love music. You have a passion for music. Let me tell you, music is also a universal language. I could be Japanese. I could not know a shred of English or French, and you don't know Spanish or English or Japanese, and we could be put in the same room, and they put us, you know, Schubert or Metallica, and we would both vibe and smile, and then hug each other, you know? Mark, you are a good person as well. You are a person who loves the good things in life. You have a sexy laugh. You have a good laugh. You have a contagious laugh. You want to have a good time. You want to wake up and you want to do something. You know, are you stuck with maybe a boring job? All right. Could you be doing something else that maybe give you more meaning? Maybe some more money? Maybe. But you already have something nice going on for you. I think, you know, you also have you have like a very entertaining past. You've done drugs. You've been here and there. You've fucked up. You've done your share of, you know, having fun and fucking around. But I think you choose to be somewhat stable. You choose Mrs. Mark over a lot of things. You have a relationship that's been going strong for 9 years. You have ideas of what God is, and maybe you don't identify with it at one point. But I think if I were to give you the multiple choice of if you want to be bad or good, you want to be a good person. And I don't think that what you've done or what you currently do defines who you are, man. You are not the person who you used to be. You are the person you are now and the person who you choose to be, even if you haven't acted on it. And I think, dude, you are a superhero, man. You are insane. You are smart. You are understanding. You've had interesting life experiences. I don't think you're a boring person. Dude, just because you live the way you live, we're not young anymore, my G. You know? We're 36 and 37, and we've got responsibilities, bills to pay, a woman to keep happy. And you're solid, my G. You're solid. Just because we're slightly broken and we do questionable things, you know what I'm talking about. That doesn't mean you're bad, bro. That means you're just on your way to being like the best version of you, man. And when I tell you, my G, you are a Super Saiyan, my man. You are a Super Saiyan. You already got it, man. And when Xander says a sinner, we are all dealing with sin, one way or another. I am also a sinner, but I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to signal out. And you aren't less because you sin. Everybody does. Everybody sins, man. It's already, you're born with it. You're born, bro, no. I'm just popping in. I didn't hear anything prior. Then okay, then you gotta take that. Well, not necessarily take that back, but he's asking me, you know, how good is he from a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 being evil, 1 being good. I'm saying he's 1. He's good. He's as good as can be. And when you say that, Xander, yeah, I mean a sinner, but we are all sinners, bro. I sin every day, you know? I'm not the holiest of the holies, bro. I fuck up. I'm also broken to a certain degree, but I don't let that define me. I don't let sin define me. I don't let my imperfections define me. Like I can like hallucinate, or I can see, you know, my father and my mother, and I can see Jesus and like God. I can see my angel, and they're smiling on me. And it's like they're saying, you're getting there, champ. Like, keep going. Just keep going. Don't focus on the past. Don't focus on... Forget about that. Like, spread your wings and fly, my guy. And you're always going to have a bumpy road. You're always going to fuck up one way or another. But again, bro, you are not that. You are not that, man. Mark, Xander, Axel, creative, every human being. You already, yes, you have sin in your genetic, like, imprint. You have sin in your DNA. But you also have the opposite of that. You have love, bro. You love. You know what that is. You want that. Or you want a distorted version of that. You want a hug. You want somebody to smile on you. You want somebody to hold hands with. You want somebody to laugh with. To talk, to share stories. You want happiness. You want your brothers and your sisters and your friends and your strangers. You want all of them to be good. Deep down. There's one guy who's and his army or his legion, they're actively trying to distort the narrative. And sometimes they win. It's true. But you are love, man. You were created with love. You were made with that. And you are born and you live to find that. And any language of love, love is the language that God speaks, bro. And if you love, you are on your way to find Him. And you are doing the right thing. All right? And you have that in your DNA, in your gene. And it like some people want to go on a quest to make you forget that. That's the thing. There are so many distractions today. There are so many fucking crazy stories going on. There's like 7 gabillion wars, bro. There are things that shouldn't even be happening, man. Because some people are fucked up. The people at the top. Because if I was Russian, if I was Vladimir Putin, I would stop that nonsense immediately. But I'm not Russian, and I'm not the Russian president. If I was Volodymyr Zelensky, I'd be like, bro, stop that shit right now. I'm not, like, what the fuck is going on? But I'm not Ukrainian, and I'm not the Ukrainian president either. I'm just a YouTuber, bro, and an English teacher, and a husband, and a gamer. what I say might influence you, but it's not influencing anybody at the top. So, all right, we gotta hold hands and walk through the park confirmed. Yeah, man, and that's not on some gay shit. That's not on some gay shit. You know, I hold hands with my homies. And well, South Americans, like Venezuelans, are also very warm and physically touchy people. What we don't do is the European thing. Like we don't kiss homies on the cheeks like Europeans do when they greet. Now, I'm not saying that's gay either. It's just like it's culture over there. But here, dude, when you hold hands, you assume, yo, these guys are fucking best friends or homies or a cousin. You know, you don't look at that as like gay or anything. And I'm a very physical person. I like giving hugs and you know, embracing my homies and like, you know, patting them and shit. Like, what's up, my G? I'm not a distant physical person. I'm touching and shit. It's part of my love language. And it is, man. Like I could be in a bench just like with my arm on your shoulder and I could be just like, you know, caressing you and shit, and just like, what's up, my G? What you doing, baby? And that's the language that I speak. Oh, this one's pretty fucking good too, man. I like this shit too. That's in the dinosaur era. So around here we don't go past. Yeah, I know. And yeah, it's even like colder and like the more east you go. Like if you go to South Korea, you go to Japan, and you hug a person, you're probably like committing a crime. It's that funny. Them homies are like super distant and super cold physically. In South America, it's the opposite, bro. If you're not like handshaking or hugging, people think you're fucking weird or some shit. It's like, what's going on with this guy? You know, but hey, every culture is different, and it's all good. So yeah, man. Like you have that in your DNA, my G. Your love, everybody here has it, man. Like, my G, I can also hear it in your voice. Like, bro, when we join voice chat, my G, like, what are you doing? Yeah, you're trying to make me laugh. Imagine that's the first thing you do. You're trying to make me laugh. You're trying to make me have a good time, bro. Do you think somebody bad would do that? Do you think somebody evil would have that as the first thing? Like, you know what laughing is? Laughing is one of the best things in life, man. I wish I could laugh all day. If I'm laughing all day, I know I'm having a good time. And that's the first thing. You're trying to make me laugh. Dude, you're not a light one or a mild one. You're the strongest one there could possibly be. You're the best. You're the best, Mark. Dude. How can I say you're the opposite of that? Your most popular live is the one I'm on voice chat? Yeah, but off stream, when we hang out in Discord and when we play video games, when we play CS, it's like, bruh. Yeah, DJ Dodo Rich, baby! My brother from Venezuela, you know he's from Venezuela when you type like that KLK. Que lo que, papá. Que lo que, mano. Tiempo sin saber de ti. Es verdad, tenemos tiempo que no nos vemos en el internet. te mando un fuerte abrazo, mi G, ¿oíste? Aquí hemos estado en la misma vaina de siempre, papi. Haciendo envíos. Ahorita estoy jugando esta vaina. Se llama Old School RuneScape. Estoy jugando aquí. Estoy hangueando con la gente que está aquí. Y tratando de pasarla bien. Tengo como una lesión en el músculo aquí. Marico, los 36 años no me están cayendo bien, weón. Bien, es que ando en vacaciones en Ciudad Bolívar. Disfruta esas vacaciones, papi. Tú tranquilo, si tú estás ausente un tiempo viviendo tu vida, eso es lo que tienes que hacer. Si pasas un ratico aquí y me dices que lo que es, papi, todo fino, papá, tú, todo fino. Esa es la que es, mi rey. Esa es la que es. I'm just catching up with the homie because he doesn't, you know, type that much in English. I'm just chopping it up with the G. You know? Seeing how he is, he's my countryman. We're both from the big V. Venezuela, baby. Y bueno, papi, ya más nada, mano. Más nada, papá. Siempre y cuando la esté pasando bien, esa es la que es. And what's up, big man? It's my homie Donald Valentin. Big man, he says, no. I'm a simple man. I think the big man, the G, is my homie here, and I'm just here playing some old school RuneScape. We're listening to the Chrono Trigger. We're listening to the entire OST. We're 42 tracks deep. You know, if you were to ask me, Chrono Trigger has one of the most amazing video game soundtracks. And by the way, guys, if you want me to listen, or if you want us, me and the stream, to listen to any video game soundtrack, you know, Pokemon, any game, Halo, Counter-Strike, if you want us to put something video game related, we can. And mejor nada. And oh damn, hearing Chrono Trigger makes me old, and I'm not that old. LOL. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is pretty old. Somebody correct me if I think Chrono Trigger was released in like 1993 or 4. I could be wrong, but if anybody could do a quick Google search, when was Chrono Trigger released for the SNES? It was like 93 or 94. And yes, I want to F around and have fun and voice chat. Exactly, man. Go battle on the big bridge. So, yeah, like any person who wants to make somebody else laugh is good, man. You have a good heart. 1995 it is, so I was wrong. Here I was thinking it was a little bit earlier than 95, but and can anybody do a quick Google search of when A Link to the Past for the SNES? Oh shit. Can anybody do a quick Google search when Zelda A Link to the Past was released on Nintendo? Because, you know, I wanna listen to this one for a second. Link to the Past, Hyrule Field. Dude, this is fucking 1991. Jesus. ¿Qué tú opinas que voy a pasar a camisa de charco, bro? Buenísimo. Buenísimo. Quizás odias el colegio como yo al principio, pero después vas a decir, mierda, que arrecho el colegio es de pinga. Cuando empiezas a estudiar la universidad y a chambear y dices, oh shit, baby, oh shit. And it needs a trap remix? Yeah, it does. But bro, I listen to this. Look, guys, I even have the fucking game. I have. Look, man, we're gonna stop this for a second. So we're gonna go in my SNES folder. We have. Look at this shit, boys. I know it's not RuneScape, but I just gotta show the G's. Dude, what the fuck is going on here? Why isn't there no music in the SNES? Oh shit. Woo! Uh-huh. Look at that, man. Look at that, bro. Like, dog, I'm pretty pimped. I'm pretty pimped. Like, what's going on here? Look at my inventory. I got 5 of the fucking crystals already. I got how many bottles? 2? What the fuck is going on? I got 2. I got 5 crystals. I got the ether medallion. What else? What else is going on? How do I? How do we? Dog. What is going on? Where's like my sword and shit? Ah, there we go. I have the Master Sword. I have the Gay Shield. And I have the Zora Tunic. Like, I'm immune. I don't even know how to click shit. Dude, I forgot all the buttons. What is this, man? I haven't played in a long time. What's up, baby? So I'm fucking thugging in this game. All right, and the soundtrack of Ocarina of Time. Okay, Ocarina of Time opening, and let me get to. You gotta tell me how you got the game. I have some I want to get, but to know how. Join the Discord, my G. Join the Discord because I will teach you. I will leave all the instructions, everything, and it's very simple. It's just that I can't tell you how to do that on stream because we might get in trouble with Nintendo. Okay. You know I'm already there. All right. Then we're going to do this. Okay. Oh, and this is beautiful. I think we have, I just have some words I would like to say to all of you dreamers out there. This is on Discord, by the way. I just don't want to, where do we, okay, we can do it in the Gaming with Gang. Okay. For anybody, I'll read that right now. Let's get this out of the way. For anybody who wants to play SNES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, or Nintendo 64 games. I'm also going to have to open a window here. So, guys, if you guys are in Discord right now, if you guys are in Discord, okay. Okay, see this shit? Look, I'm going to send you a website right now in Gaming with Gang. It's in Gaming with Gang, boys. There it is. All right, that website. And let's put this shit. We forgot to put the soundtrack. This, to me, top, like, fucking top. All right. So, okay, and let me link some shit here as well. Let me link some shit. Just a quick Google search. Okay, wait a second. You'll find a lot. There we go. All right. Okay. We had to take care of that. We have to take care of that really quickly. Oh. I said like an idiot, you know. I said like an idiot. It's like, I'm not going to show that on stream. Proceeds to show all these websites. Let's okay, Mark has something here. Let's see. Ooh. Yep. Okay. Good shit. You gotta be kidding me. That's in Final Fantasy IV, bro. That sounds way too top, bro. That is insane, man. And when the hell was FF5? When the hell was FF5 released, bro? And I kind of want to read something here that the homie Dimensional Studies wrote. And I just have some words I would like to say to all of you dreamers out there. Put this a little bit lower. Homie says, never give up on your dreams. Some people dream about success. While you can achieve it, work hard. Never give up. Focus on your target. You'll eventually hit it. How do you think those world champions got them records? By sitting there and doing nothing? No, they worked hard to earn it, trained every day. You can achieve what you dream. It's a possibility. I'm out. Gotta say that. Amen, my G. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh my. And FF5, Final Fantasy V, was released in 1992? God damn. That is... I gotta buy something for my dog, bro. Oh, but this is the remastered version of the music? Okay. Okay. Sounds dope. Kind of... Yeah, it's definitely battle music. I'm not like the most enthusiastic about battle songs. You know, I'm more of a, let's see, Ocarina of Time, Gerudo Valley. I'm more of a this type of, this is where it's at for me, man. This is fucking gorgeous. I think I might have to cut the stream short, you know? I'm gonna have, I have to go look at for something for my puppy. And if I have to go buy that shit for Jack, I think afterwards I'm just gonna lie in bed and rest. Play Recuperate, baby. And I see my homie Steezy. He says, yo! Welcome back, my G. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Salutations. Hopefully you're in your happy, safe, and cozy place. A big hug. And here we are playing some old school RuneScape and listening to video game soundtracks. So if you want us to listen to something video game related, it's all game. Dude, this is timeless, man. This is just fucking insane, bro. I only remember one boss battle song that is from Another Crab's Treasure. Ooh. I have never played that shit in my life. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But boss music generally is like, you know, it's very upbeat. It's kind of like tense. It's kind of like cocaine inducing. You know, you wake up, you're like, oh shit, I better do something. Not the boss is gonna. And wow, man, we are already more than halfway there. We're more than halfway to fucking level 85. Oh my god. It's a Dark Souls game, but with a crab and sea creatures. But the boss music stands out. Ooh. Do you think we have to play Dark Souls, guys? Like at one point, that would be like a fun game to play, right? Sends a request. It better be sweet, because if it has boss battle in it, I'm gonna get PTSD. I want to listen to chill. You know? Let's see. What is this? No, fuck this, man. Not the decisive battle. Send me some like happy music, man. From Final Fantasy V. Don't send me that. I don't want to listen to boss music right now. Hell no. Happy. I don't want to get PTSD. You know, maybe like something like this, all right? Like, you know, Kokiri Forest. You know? Like something like this, man. The boss battle. Come on, man. You guys got to do better. This. Tell me something like this. This is where we at. This is timeless again. God damn. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna have to go and I'm gonna wait until the 2-hour mark is passed, and then I'm gonna go. I need to buy this shit for Jack. For me and my wife. How dumb I am for thinking it's Animal Crossing, not Zelda. Hey man, sometimes we make mistakes. It's all right. And iconic music from Steve. Yeah, man, this is great. This is just happy. Damn. Right? I think the Zelda 64 Ocarina of Time music is just goated as well. Koji Kondo, an absolute unit. An absolute unit. Sent a happy one? Thank you. Homie's like sending like the universe's crashing original soundtrack. The final battle versus Armageddon. No. Get that shit off. We want happy. Aha! This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Okay. yeah, my wife, I don't want to get in too much trouble, boys. I want to at least not die tonight or today. And my wife is telling me to go buy this thing for the dog that's just like right down here, right across the building that we live in. And then she's telling me to go rest. And if she sees me sitting down, she will most likely annihilate me. And I do believe my wife when she says that. Yeah, belt coming in. Yeah. Our belt is coming in hot, boys. So, yeah. But this is beautiful, man. This is great. See, I'm not going to leave just yet, but I am going to leave in a few minutes. Don't want to get in trouble. So yeah, I mean, I think I might be streaming for like 1 or 2 hours every day. You know, but I'm mostly going to try and rest. I'm going to follow my wife's and the doctor's orders to not move much. And if I am sitting down for long, it is uncomfortable at one point. So, yeah, guys, you know what? Time to say goodbye for now. We did advance a lot in we did advance a lot. And no, I'm not gonna go to the gym. Are you kidding me? Hell no. See you, man. Take care, my G. You too. And Steve, Mark. Nah, I'm just gonna rest. I'm gonna be a good boy and not do much. So, guys, yeah, this was episode 6 of the Agility Marathon Continues. We did get to halfway, right? This is halfway to 85. I might get to 85 off stream because I'm gonna, RuneScape is on mobile. I have it right here. And yeah, tomorrow will be another day. Hopefully there's internet. Hopefully there's internet tomorrow. Fast reaction before leaving? No. Tomorrow I will have a reaction and it won't be fast. So yeah, I'll see you guys. I love you. Gotta go buy this shit right now before it closes. And take care of yourselves. I love you very much. Stay happy. Stay safe. Whoa. Yeah. Stay happy. Stay safe. Stay cozy. Skits loves you very much. And I will see you in the next YouTube video or in the next live stream. In the meantime, peace. And remember, you are already him. You got it, my boy. So, keep pimping. I'll see you soon. And I love you. Peace.